Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your key to the week this week, you have the Judgment card. So there is a shift. This is a shift point, right? Remember, the Judgment card always precedes massive change. It can represent a blast from the past. I've seen it represent that countless times, and it's usually someone or something from the deep past. And when it shows up, we're kind of like, holy crap, like that is a blast from the past. Now, that could be the case in all of these different areas, but usually this card does suggest that there is a shift or a change point on the horizon and potentially a call to action. So for your actions and options, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this week you're getting new jobs. This could be a new job, a new home prospect as well that shows up for you. This is very likely. So for those of you that have got job interviews, etc., this is going to be very good news for you. You will be hearing back very soon where basically they phone you and tell you you got the job. So well done to you. In terms of the options that are available to you, new job, new home, new practical ways of, making money or finances or resources, but also in terms of things that are coming up for you, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you have conversations or connections from places that you've lived before come back into your world this week. It's like you have a correspondence from somebody that, lived in a place that you once lived in. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Three of Cups. This, with the Judgment card, this is a reunion on a really sort of solid scale. The Three of Cups itself is a card of good times, happy times, good conversation, fun, laughter, joy, mirth, all of that good stuff. It's a great card on its own. Coupled with the Judgment card, though, this is a reunion. This is a reconnection with somebody from your past. And look, I wonder as well, for some of you, this might be somebody that you previously worked with. It might be an old friend, an old colleague, an old work or study buddy. And with the Judgment card, this could be just the tonic that you need, right? Like this could be just like a really wonderful reconnection and you think to yourself, you know what, this is exactly what I needed. I feel sort of much better for it. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is a group collaboration or a collaborative effort that really brings a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, a lot of joy into your world. But with this Ace of Pentacles, it does kind of say that you might start now thinking to yourself, okay, if this is how I feel right now, how can I take this and inject it into my work? It's like you're thinking about what you can do with what you currently have, right? It's like, how do I prolong this experience? I can't remember who it was. But there's a YouTuber and he said basically like, I had such a good time at college with the way that I was doing everything. I decided to turn that into my work rather than whatever it was that I was studying at the time. So pay attention to what you're studying, but also more importantly, who you're studying with, because you might be able to turn some element of that into something for your future. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, you're hearing from old work colleagues. You're connecting with people that you once worked with, once worked alongside. There's new job prospects in this for you. So it's like there are new jobs on the horizon, new job, all of that kind of stuff. But it potentially comes through somebody that you worked with previously. So there's kind of like this mix between the past and the present going on. And all of this then feeding into your future, which is just really cool. If you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, person that works for themselves, this I actually really like for old business contacts showing up and potentially Wherever it is that you spent the longest time in a contract, they might actually get hold of you and ask you to come back. So if you're a freelancer, there's something along those lines that's showing up. For some of you, this could just be, old friends, old colleagues that are coming back in. But there are new ways of making money here, and with that Three of Cups, there are ways that you're actually enjoying. Or it might even be, let's say somebody asks you. This is so weird because I know exactly who this is, because I've got a Pisces that I'm thinking about right now. And I know exactly how this is going to show up for them. Because it's going to be me that's doing the reaching out. So this is really cool. So yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised if whatever this person sort of reaches out and says to you, it kind of jogs your memory to say, oh yeah, actually I really like this. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is gatherings, get-togethers. It is just a general... Excuse me. Oh, it just got really cold all of a sudden. It's a general feeling of not only feeling good, but feeling much better than you have in a while. I'm totally here for that. And then for your love and relations, you've got the Two of Pentacles. So there are decisions about finances. There's looking at the budget, paying attention to the resources. All of that stuff is showing up here. This is something to consider, I think. Now, when it comes to your... oh, come on, brain. Yeah, when it comes to the collective pot of resources for those of you that are partnered, I think your change of job or elevation in status, etc., when it comes to work that brings more money, I think is going to be welcome for both of you. It does look like you and your partner are setting forward a budget in order to kind of get settled on something. And I feel like this is because you've got some future goal or plan that you're looking for. And it's like, how do I make this happen? Well, here, right? Let's set out a budget. Now, if you're single, it could be a friend that's helping you do this, right? It could be a friend that's really sort of saying, okay, let's look at your numbers. Let's get you on your merry way. And then finally, for those of you that are single and looking, this is a dating prospect that you've maybe sort of flirted with before, but never quite sort of got off the ground. It's like maybe you've never actually had the date, or you've done a lot of the stuff around it, but you've never actually got, down to brass tacks and gone on the damn date. Well, it looks like you might actually get across the finish line this time. So well done, Pisces. All right, for your money and materials, you've got the Strength card. That's an interesting one. So when it comes to your specifically to your money, this is about taking not a leap of faith, but the job change is going to be it's not even a gamble, but it's kind of like it's a calculated gamble, right? Not a risk. It's like it's a sort of a sure bet, but at the same time, there's a part of you that's like, well, I might not even like this, right? Like, it's a big change that's being made because it is a change of job. And for a select few of you, this will also come with a change of location. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Strength card is the body. With the Judgment card here, if you've had any form of chronic illness, this could actually go a long way to helping you find some kind of relief or some kind of... not healing, but some kind of alternative method, right? So it might be something that comes up. Now, obviously, I'm not a doctor, can't give you medical advice. This is not a diagnosis. But you might find that you find a different way to, like, let's say you've been taking a certain type of medication from your doctor for years, and then someone suggests to you like like an alternative therapy or whatever, and you're like, oh my gosh, this actually is working wonders for me. Like, how did I not know about this before? When it comes to your, for a lot of you as well, I think internally you're about to drop some kind of big secret or some piece of baggage that you've been holding on to for a while, you're about to release in a really powerful way. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Strength card with the Judgment card is working on the structure of the home in some regard. So something's being mended here, but it's something to do with the literal structure of the home. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. If you want to book a personal session with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Before we start, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.